As in Utah, when I was a boy, everybody knew what a downwinder was. We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person. He was at Pendleton, combat ready.
I'm here.
And they were human guinea pig. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests. Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time. I got to know him. Edward Abbey was hanging around there. I got to know him. I got to know all these environmentalists, and I was an environmentalist, and it was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Twingate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Twingate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. They'll be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen. It will never happen. We cannot have a meltdown.
Well, come out of your dogma, Snuggies, for an hour, huh? We live in historic, epic times. You can get all geeked up politically, philosophically, religiously, but the bottom line is we're experiencing maybe the greatest event in human history, the Great Pacific Genocide, the cancer epidemic. So everything that I've said from day one, as I call it the greatest PhD in human history, I call it Cannery Row on Balco, you know, Doc Ricketts on Balco, the greatest marine biologist in California history, is unarguable, was Doc Ricketts. He did all the work. He didn't have a PhD, by the way. He didn't have any degree. You know, he's an ex-military guy, but he did the work. You know, and that's what this is all about. That's why traditional PhDs were not, I mean, the last 30 years totally hijacked. Academia, totally hijacked. Peer review, that's total bullshit. It's all bullshit. No work, no accountability. It's just a club. The whole country's a club. Everybody's on the winning team. They've just sucked up and gone in. I mean, this is on. I'm telling you, it's on. So I said to nausea about 1 billion times that we will know when the salmon come back in 2016. In the spring, early June, we're going to know in 2016 how dramatic this really is. Now it's coming out all over, so the denial, the Seattle Times, the Oregonian, these freaking black and yellow media whores that have just gone along and played book. So one of the major fisheries in Seattle is closed, went bankrupt. And so Seattle Times is reporting that it's because minimum wage was raised to $8.75 an hour. Can you imagine living in Seattle making $8.75 an hour? Can you, I mean, even that's beyond slavery. It's, you know, Cannery Row on Balco. You know the slavery that gone on, but here's the difference in Cannery Row. You know, Steinbeck and Doc Ricketts started out because the collapse. You know, Ricketts loved the ocean. By the way, it was Ricketts who saved Steinbeck. You know, Steinbeck struggled mentally. He had all kinds of issues, but it was Ricketts who did the work, who, you know, he was the guy. Doc, they were devastated, the overfishing. You know, where are all the sardines? John Steinbeck in a can. Where are the sardines? Where are all the fish? Kevin Blanch. They're in a can, sir. I mean, we're can-sirred now. So here's the numbers. This is brand new, breaking. This is my work. This is my work. So, you know, I've been tracking the numbers in Oregon and Washington, emergency closure on the Puget Sound, because of the numbers. The fish are coming in scrawny. They're coming in white. They're coming in. I mean, these numbers are in collapse. They go to sea for 5 years. The escapement, that's what they call it. They call it the escapement. That's how many of the little fish, after they hatch, get to the ocean. Now remember, record numbers. Record escapement 2010, 2011. Record numbers. They spent a lot of money on the comeback of these fisheries. So that's the number of fish that went in the ocean. So let's see what returns in 5 years after Fukushima. They're expecting record numbers. Fuck total collapse. So Copper River, Powell River on my brain because of Danny Dunford's freaking work. Copper River salmon, the luxury good. Nuclear, the luxury good of death. John Huntsman chemical cancer, the luxury good of death. It's what they're all branding you. Come to Huntsman, come to Scripps when they're the ones killing you. Huntsman Chemical, 357 benzene plants. So the luxury good of food, we know, Copper River salmon. It's been branded gilded and gold, those big, thick cuts. So I'm watching like a wolf. Nobody's paying attention. Well, Alaska Fish Cops, Department of Wildlife Service, has this incredible website. I mean, it's new. They really have the numbers tracked incredibly well because they were expecting record numbers when they built these websites. The propaganda and, the Copper River fish industry, it's like gold rush. It's like a gold rush. One big, the size of a fish tub. One fish tub goes for around $10,000. I mean, the incentive to lie is beyond. So I talked to them on the phone yesterday, the Copper River organization. She was very friendly, and I says, well, because I'm talking to my friend at the fish market. My friend runs a fish market here. We and I grew up together. And I'm like, well, people are saying that the price of salmon hasn't increased. He says, what are you talking about? He says, it's doubled in the last 3 months. It's gone crazy. I says, what about this guy knows his shit. And I says, what about the copper? I said, we ain't getting any of those big kings, those big things. We got a bunch of little of the sockeyes. So I called there and I asked this girl, and I says, what about? Everybody's saying, you're getting little teeny 3-pound freaking pinks. They make dog food out of that. That's not what people are looking for. No kings. Well, they are kings. I says, you're going to play that card. So officially, they are kings. And so officially, all they have to do is say it's Copper River salmon, which it is, Copper River. It's all Copper River because it comes out of the Copper River. Now, it's the luxury good of death. So, it's a famous story, the luxury good industry. The guy who owns the big mega, it's a big conglomerate, just like the fishing industry, just like everything else. They're all run by the same people out of Rome, by the way. One guy owns the entire fisheries, all of them, all star-kissed boats, all the tuna, all the salmon. One guy. He's from Rome. He owns it. Tri-national. Big fish eat little fish, literally. Cannibalization, Wall Street, what's antitrust law? This fairy tale economy that we live in, science fiction economics, Kevin Blanch, before I got cancer. So I hypothesized all this. So the numbers are in. This is my work. Nobody else reporting it. It's my work. So peak day is, for the Copper River, is May 24th or 25th. This interactive site tracks it dramatically. They're expecting record numbers. Last year on peak day, around 53,000 fish were taken. This year, 22,800. It gets deeper than that. So year to date, you go back to previous five. Last year, 2013, I believe it was 1.2 or 1.3 million year to date. Everybody says, and it's getting late in the season. The peak day, is the 25th a week ago. 2 weeks ago. So, we got 500,000, 500,000, 600,000, 1.3 million, 800,000. That was the last several years. First batch back. Any ventures on the guess? How about 252,000? It gets better than that. What a collapse. It's a major collapse. So then we start talking weight. So they're not going to tell you at the Copper River up there, and they don't. The interactive website of the fish cops in Alaska, which let's remember when the dead mures were discovered, how many people work for the Department of, Natural Resources in Alaska? Now let's remember, 5 dead mures per square foot wash up dead at Bristol Bay. No one reports it. No one sees it. Everybody's blind. It's a retired marine biologist up there walking, retired, who has to report it. Channel 11 in Anchorage reports it. Not the government, not these people that are paid to do it. No, they're all on the winning team. It's serfdom. Everybody. The media, everybody, you know, come to freaking Oregon. Let's go fishing. Here, give us your $450 a day. We got a guide boat. Come freaking and stay at your hotels, eat the restaurants. Tourism economy. It's a cultural theme park. The youngest cultural theme parks in human history, California, Oregon. Come to the pier, drink your $12 freaking beers, freaking eat. You know, oh, sorry, fishing was terrible. The wind was blowing. Have a good day, bro. See you next year. Write me a check. It's outrageous. It's a collapse. I mean, this is the Great Pacific Genocide. So I hypothesize. That's what PhDs do. You hypothesize. I hypothesize the Fukushima was going to pour in the Pacific Ocean and cause what I call the Great Pacific Genocide. Genocide does not mean extinction, and I still do not believe extinction is going to happen, but we're on the verge. I may be wrong on that one. You know, I mean, it's ugly out there. And everybody says, oh, slowly dying, it's all the way. No. This is incredibly acute, which I've called it Fuktonium. People say, oh, you just blame it on Fukushima, radiation. No. I've called it Fuktonium, which is a synergistic effect, which my theory has been proven by Livermore, again, the greatest PhD in human history, Fuktonium. I said over and over, this is going to create an energy that no one even knows what it is. New. Something that's never happened in the history of humanity. Bringing star power to Earth. That's what they say at Livermore. So Livermore has taken Fukushima waste. They've collided together, which they've been trying to do forever and ever. Remember here at our university, the University of Utah, in the early days, oh, we have fusion. That guy's still around, by the way, that lying lunatic. Never had it. Berkeley's recreated it. So on the bottom of the pyramid, the, you know, periodic table, they left. Now, why would they leave 3 building blocks on the bottom of that pyramid empty? Oh, they're filled now, which Kevin Blanch is the guy. I should get the award on all 4 of those. I'm the guy that first started talking about that theory. I'm the first guy that hypothesized that theory. I'm the first guy that started proving that theory, that this is a new energy that's going to go into the plastic sea, all the plastic, all the, you know, cruise lines dumping your Viagra, your freaking whatever you're freaking taking on your cruise into the freaking, they just dump it. And all the gasoline, the cheap freaking gasoline from these cruise liners. I mean, just plastic in the sea from your dollar store in San Diego on Pacific Beach, OB, let's go on vacation, the new Disneyland. You know, the over-fertilization of Moss Landing, I mean, yeah, it was killing the sea. But then this boom, bang, epic, hardcore, Fuktonium. So they created it. I mean, they only caught it for a microsecond of this new energy, but they got the award for new freaking, hell, 4, not 1, 4. I want the award. You know, good luck, Kev. You know, Philo Farnsworth on Balco. Who's that? The guy that invented television they stole from? You know, it's always been that way, isn't it? You know, Bill Gates stole it right here from Philo Farnsworth's grandson. He invented their operation. What's word perfect? So, it's collapsed. I mean, total collapse. So I talked to my friend at the fish market, and I'm like, what? He says, look at these things. Look at him. He says, I've been here forever and ever, decades he's worked there. We always get those big thicks. No, well, not this year, because there are none. The fish are coming in all scrawny and shriveled up. They're still going to sell them. You know, I mean, it's like buying gold. This foundation, they're going to push these little pinks on you, which they make dog food out of those traditionally. They're going to push them as Copper River. So you're going to go to the restaurants, you're going to the stores, and those great, big, huge kings with those big, thick cuts on them. Everything you're going to get this little thin. Maybe they'll layer them, stack them up together. So, the price of salmon hasn't moved up. Oh, really? Ha! Atlantic salmon from $4.99 a pound to $7.99 a pound. That's the freaking price in the country right now. There's a shortage. So everybody says, we'll just eat farm raised. It's all raised in Chile, right? Wrong. You know, it's a big industry in Europe, too, those pristine, clean lakes. They raise salmon in those lakes. Where do they get the eggs? Canada? United States? Look, the whole process of the salmon is so incredible. They have to go to sea for 5 years. They have to go through that incredible process for the egg. So they come out on the gravel. They have to have the gravel. They lay that egg, and that egg is little teeny. Right before they lay it, it explodes and gets big. You cannot reproduce the egg in a lab. You cannot reproduce the egg in a fish farm. They have to have the eggs. They get the eggs, then they put them in, and then the eggs freaking hatch, and then they raise them in fresh water on the fish farms. You know, by the way, what do they feed them? Now, there is a little pocket in Mexico, he told me, that the shrimp are really fantastic, the fresh shrimp. And I said, well, you know, that's why. That pocket right there is where Mexico City is dumping their raw sewer into the fucking ocean. It's true. The shrimp are feeding on the raw sewer. And if you don't believe me, I want you to look up Nobel Prize winning. They won a freaking Peace Prize, and rightfully so. Well, maybe it wasn't, Nobel Prize, They won one of the other literature prizes, which, you know, they're so hijacked, it's outrageous. Is Frida Meisenblauer, she's asked now, she nominated me for the alternative Nobel Prize, which they have in Vienna, where she died. So, look it up on the shrimp peelers, the slavery. 48 million slaves, and all come to the United States. Look what they feed them. You think I'm crazy? Look what they feed them. Human raw sewer. They grow like crazy on human raw sewer. Then they spray antibiotics on them, freaking inch thick. And then they have slaves at gunpoint, bought and paid TPP slaves. TPP slaves. Remember, and I will never forgive Wyden in Oregon. Wyden, Feinstein, all these Betrayal 13 rats. He went to Fukushima, who voted for the TPP without even reading it. Now, it's coming out now that Obama's blocking any of the Hillary emails, TPP emails, traffic. I mean, it's all globalization. I mean, they admit it. I mean, you know, New World Order. I love it. These idiots calling it New World Order. I mean, they were paid to call that new. It's royals. It's feudal. I mean, it's old as Babylon and even hell. There's nothing new about it. It's a monarchy. Just bring it back to monarch. That's all. It's historic. You know, everything this country fought against, the great aberration of the United States, give us you're huddled masses, you're weak, you're tired. Yeah, right. Fucking, we're going bankrupt at the Seattle Big Cannery because, American Can, because this is the Seattle Times reporting this. These fucking rats. Black and yellow media whores. They're reporting that they're going bankrupt because minimum wage went from $7.75 to $8.75. Are you kidding? They're going bankrupt because there's no fish. I mean, it's unbelievable the epic denial. It's a collapse. Slam and Salmon tournament last year in bookings. And I reported this, boots on the ground, hello, because I got all kinds of whistleblowers all over Oregon. 400 boats for 4 days. No, 400 boats for 3 days. 20 fish. You heard me right, 20 fish. Oh, it's just the wind, bro. See you next year. Write me a check. This year, Eugene, Oregon, Salmon Fever Tournament. 2 days. God only knows how many boats and people. Never caught one legal fish. The legal fish has to be over 20. They caught 5 fish. 5 fish in 2 days. 5. We're talking hundreds of fishermen. The fish that won the tournament weighed 10 pounds. That's below the legal limit. The legal limit's 20. So, it means nothing. The natives come out. So we have what we call the Endangered Species Act of 1971. Under that act, which, remember, Gaylord, you know, we can go back to the origination, Annie Lund in Copenhagen with the original logo, but let's get real here in the United States. Earth Day, the whole freaking dynamic, the whole thing. You know, these acts that were passed in 1970, 1971. I mean, they passed unanimously, almost unanimously in Congress. Gaylord, remember him? It was all wrapped in anti-nuclearism. So, it's a collapse. So, TVA, Watts Bar, has been working on a reactor for 44 years. That's right, 44 years. The NRC, head of the Nuclear Regulatory Committee, was caught red-handed in collusion taking bribes, which they still do. He was convicted. Found guilty of it. Going to go to prison. Of course, he didn't go to prison. Then it gets secretly exposed when the San Onofre gig, Kevin Blanch's work, everything exposes. It gets secretly exposed that this same guy that should have been progressive, head of the NRC, taking bribes from the industry. What? He's on the California Public Commission's board? That's right. Let's all the war criminals move to San Diego, by the way. Look it up. All the Bechtel criminals, Bechtel, on the Hill. Called to the Hill for Hanford, the triple tanks. By the way, you can look it up. Barack Obama didn't even know it. Still doesn't know what Hanford is. Then you can ask about Fukushima, say, huh, what? My owners didn't tell me anything about this. Let me read off the teleprompter. So, they're called to the Hill, Bechtel. They're paid to put not double liner, triple liner tanks. They just admit right in front of Congress. Yeah, we were paid to do it. We didn't do it. So what? Fraud, thieves, they're all protected. Price-Anderson Congress just protects them. You just protect them. Judges just protect them. It's like the swimmer at Stanford, protected. Rapes an unconscious girl, unconscious. If that was a brown guy or a freaking black guy or even some dirty white boy from Tennessee or Utah, you go down 20 years. Punk-ass, preppy, two-bit punk from Stanford. Stanford kills you again. You get 6 freaking months. This is a caste system. This is a monarchy. This is a total monarchy. Not going to happen, not could happen. Oh, we're all worried about what's going to happen, hell in Caldecott, a nuclear exchange. Well, we had a nuclear exchange. It's called Fukushima. Multiple, and it's not 3 blown-out reactors. It's 7, at least. It's 15, actually, which I reported there. I used to tag my videos as Japan for a long time. I didn't call it Fukushima. I called it Japan because I knew there were more than just freaking Fukushima Daiichi because we had a live cam on that. There's no live cam on Diane. I reported in the early days that Diane had a mudslide go through it. I reported in the early days it was the biggest MOXie fuel plant. Look, we sent the MOX fuel. Remember here in the United States, 1991. The nuclear industry's over. They're done. They fucking pulled this dog and pony show, fucking rip off, thieving, fucking stealing money. They're out. No, that's for the waste. No matter what, everybody's sick of it. Oh, France magically comes up with, we have re-verification. We've got it. It's called MOX fuel. France has got it through rigor. Lying the whole time. Total lie. Now in Finland, they just announced they're burying underground, but TVA, 44 years, that reactor. As they started the reactor, now it's being reported, they started the reactor last week after 44 years. They started it. They had to immediately, Sunday, it went into shutdown on startup. Startup's the most dangerous time. It's just like a Sendai. When they restarted up a Sendai, and I report right from TEPCO's own words. They report, hey, we started it up, and the typhoon hit. When the typhoon hit, it got clogged up, and it shut down. We had to pull seaweed, all kinds of stuff. That's the most dangerous time in the history of the reactor. Then it spewed radiation all over, and we know that because of the freelance dishes all over. So I put the video up. The video gets 18,000 views in an hour. It's on the cover of freaking Reddit. Front page of Reddit. Google sends me an email, says, we took that video down. No strike against you, no nothing, sorry, but it just can't go up. No explanation. I emailed them back. Nothing. That's twice they've done that to me now. No copyright strike, no anything. Just you can't put it up. Same with the freaking reactor that got blown in Ukraine. You tag that, and you still do it. Put it on Facebook, put it on freaking Google right now, the name of that reactor in Ukraine. You put anything up, it's coming down right now. And they'll say, you just can't put that up. No reason, no explanation, just boom. So, Watts Bar, after 44 years of fucking looting, billions and trillions of dollars they looted you. First one that's been fired up. 44 years it took them to build this fucking thing. Fuck it goes on and goes into shutdown on Sunday immediately. Fucking dangerous. And they just lie. Oh, low levels all over. It's just like Santa Opera. So I'll be in Los Angeles, and if you want to donate to my gig, which I rely on public funding, it was 4 years ago today that the central light come out of my jugular vein. Now, we know MLOS de novo. It's a 5-year fight. 5 years from the last treatment. So I've made it 4. I got 1 year to go. 1 year to go. 3 years ago today, as I stood there, so emotional, coming out of the hospital, that Cubs win. I announced to the world that San Onofre was shutting down. Nobody believed that could happen. By the way, and remember, for months and months and months, video after video, we're going to hit the beach on D-Day, we're going to hit the beach on D-Day, we're going to hit the beach on D-Day. We're going to hit the beach. These guys, which we were organized, we were ready for, PV, pickets, Cherry, all the corruption. We knew the corruption. I still know the corruption. They come out, throw up their hands, we give. We close. They make up 19% of the grid, Diablo and Santa. That's what they'll report to you. That's what they reported for years. Santa Monica makes up 12%. They're lying, they make up 0.0. They'll still tell you that Diablo Canyon is making up 9.8% of the California grid. Total lie. Total 100% lie. California is producing so much energy they have nowhere to put it. California today is producing freaking 100%. Double the energy they use, which their report's 125%. Nowhere to put it. It's all solar. Because it's being blocked into the grid. Ask Elon Musk in Nevada. The Mormon church is blocking it. Mormon freaking, right-wingers, freaking CIA, freaking blocking. They don't even know why they're blocking it. They're just told to block it. They're blocking it in Utah. Deseret News, the mouthpiece for the CIA Mormon rats, comes out and says, California's producing so much freaking solar energy they have nowhere to put it. Yet the state of Utah is blocking it from the grid. Nevada's blocking it from the grid. New Mexico's blocking it from the grid. So, it can't get across. And they say, we need a new grid. We got a grid. The grid goes all the way from sea to radiated, polluted sea. Not going to happen. This country's producing so much energy they don't know where to put it. Solar, ain't not going to happen. Could happen. Everybody's still waiting. No. Oh, there's nowhere to store it. Bullshit. Oh, they can store it. And that's one. Number two, why would you need to store it? You seen these solar farms in the Mojave? People don't understand the dynamic in the western United States, I guess. This is a fucking desert. You go to California, you're on the beach. Go inland fucking 1 mile. 1 mile go inland. Especially all of Southern California. You're in the desert. It's a fucking desert. Same with LA. Same with all of it. All the way across. This giant Great Basin is a fucking desert. Right here where I live, sun shines 300 fucking days a year. It's a desert. The sun shines all day, every day. The Mojave, it freezes. We got to use natural gas to freaking, number one, what's wrong with natural gas? We don't need frackers. Fuck, the Choklahoma. Audrey killed himself, that cheating fucking fracking Dick Cheney loving motherfucker. So, what are you talking about? That's what I tell people. Oh, it freezes all the time in the Mojave. Only gets 140 fucking degrees there. It doesn't freeze in the Mojave. Once in a fucking 100 blue moons. It might freeze once every 10 years there for, a couple hours. Fuck, and they could store. It's so outrageous, the corruption of this fucking industry. As this greatest event in human history, the Great Pacific Genocide, it's ongoing. 5 years ago, I said, this is going to happen, it's going to happen. There was no doubt in my mind. Everybody's just like, everybody says, oh, the tsunami. The tsunami didn't do shit. It flooded it out and just devastated that fucking country. But, fuck, please. The anti-nuclear activism that I've been involved with my whole life. The university I do all the work is who built these fucking cheating Mach 1, Mach 2s. They cheated on them. We know for a fact, the core in a Mach 1, Mach 2, a core in any fucking one of these reactors can only handle up most likely to about a 7.7. Maybe even less. We don't know for sure, but that's what they'll report. That's written right into the NRC. So that was a fucking 9. I knew I was an 9. I'm like, those cores are fucking cracked wide open. Spent fuel pools can only handle about a 7 point, maybe less. Probably much less. Because the spent fuel pools are not even regulated properly anymore because they went over capacity in all these reactors in 1993. So they're just stacked up and they're fucking shoddily fucking built and they're just sitting there. My guess, they can't even handle a 6 in California, which is only a matter of time. Tick-tock, tick-tock, the Diablo sending off a clock. There's fucking 40, 50 fucking years away stuck in those fucking pools. They can't handle a little teeny earthquake. So I knew as soon as the earthquake comes, these cores on all these reactors are fucking busted wide open. And even bigger, I knew there was Mach fuel in 3. I knew that the spent fuel pools were cracked wide open. They're concrete fucking swimming pools is all they are. Fucking, they can't handle. I saw 9.8. I says, immediately on the shake, those pools are going to bust wide open. The water's going to run out. They're going to turn into Zerk fires. But what's a Zerk fire? Zirconium fire. You can't put them out, which is even worse than a fucking meltdown. which I reported that in the day. I was like, all the spent fuel pools are totally in fucking fire. They've all blown up. It's all over you. I went fucking psycho and crazy. Fucking all the reactors are blown up. I didn't just report fucking, a meltdown. I went on for days and days and days. It's going to give you leukemia. It's going to, now think about this hypothesis. Going to give you leukemia. By the way, I am an AML OS de novo survivor without a bone marrow transplant. You want to talk a fucking coelacanth or an ivory-billed woodpecker? Willingly do this without a bone marrow. I only know of one other fucking OS de novo fucking leukemia survivor in the fucking country. I only know one other one. His name's Brian Morris. Right here. That's who they patterned mine. They sent him home to die. By the way, he even had the surgery. They still say he holds the record for the highest, longest fever at LDS Hospital. This guy's a tough fucking dude. Saved my life. He used to come into my room and talk to me. Amazing fucking man. I'm the only one willingly to do it without a bone marrow. Remember those prayers I set up on my dad's organic farm? My dad was a farmer. My dad was an organic farmer. They didn't call him organic in those days. I grew up on this huge farm. Our family garden was 20 fucking acres. My house sits right on the fucking family garden. Right on the tornado ripped right through our house. Was in 1968. His name was Digger. Everybody called my mom and dad Maggie and Digger. They still do. My mom's still alive. That's Abe Hunsaker, the guy from Old Town, the Force daughter. I remember, he was nuked to San Onofre. He suffered greatly for a long, long time. Fought through it, in the vet's hospital off and on. I mean, it was horrible what they fucking did to him. They even lab ratted him his entire fucking life. So sad. There's no doubt that's how I got leukemia. They don't give a fuck. They really don't give a fuck. So, we ate organically out of this. I mean, my mom was a pinup artist at Woodbury. She's still the best drawer I've ever seen. She has Alzheimer's severely now. She's been alone a long time. And what an artist. Oh, my God. And she was curved. I mean, whoa, those two, this beautiful, beautiful, incredible female, but they, like the Mormon way here, came home to the family farm, had children with that nuked Marine. His sperm lit up like a Christmas tree. I have a twin sister. That's a mutation by definition. They knew they were going to fuck us all up. They know. It's nothing new. Everybody says the data's not there. Berkeley has the data. They still have his tonsils in the fucking jars. They all know. They know what they're doing in the Pacific Ocean. Obama don't know. He's just a dumb fucking puppet. Cal Berkeley sure the fuck does. Livermore sure the fuck does. I've proved it. I've documented it. Fucking greatest fucking PhD in human history, Doc Blanch. Kennery Rowan Balco. You think about their work. Steinbeck, before he got famous, Doc Ricketts, before Steinbeck made him famous, think about their work they did on the Sea of Cortez. He would go pick up, they called him a poacher because he would pick up these freaking different, that's how he made his money at 800. I was there exactly freaking right after the statue. There's Steinbeck, and I did videos. No one gives a fuck. Shitting on his head. By the way, Doc Ricketts was killed by the San Diegan. His old Donna, battling at San Onofre. I've been battling for years. That's what she calls me. She calls me the last San Diegan. I heard rumors she passed. I'll find out when I'm there. So I'm going to be in L.A. I think, I got to find a cheap plane ticket. I got to raise a little bit of money. It looks like I got a place to stay in downtown L.A. with an activist, so that'll work out good. I'll go back over to Laguna Beach and we'll get some, there's some great videos of an activist found on the internet. This old gentleman had shot in 2014 the tide pools at Laguna Beach completely wiped out. I mean, completely gone. You got to realize what the tide pools are at Laguna Beach. I mean, you go down there, people know you can walk through the shells and you'll be weight up to your knees in shells. That's how many black mussels, freaking sea anemones. They'll take your breath away. So now, I didn't know this while I was walking. UC Davis, you could look it out, was documented in 2015, before and after pictures. They have pictures before Fukushima. And they went back in 2015, they're taking photos of the exact same tide pools, and they're out there. I posted it. I just found this not too long ago. I didn't know that, when I'm doing my walk, they're doing their same study. And this is UC Davis has reported it. It's dramatic. I mean, before and after, they're fucking completely fucking wiped out empty. You know, it's well documented. Anybody's fucking, you know, sitting in their basement fucking jerking off, fucking talking bullshit. You know, come on. It's unarguable. Look at the wells washing up. I've been there. Watch these fucking marine biologists open these fucking wells. There's no food in their stomachs. There's buckets. There's fucking rocks. There's plastic. They're eating anything. The fucking orcas are fucking coming in closer and closer and closer because they're chasing whatever fish source there is. You know, they're in San Francisco Harbor right now, right off the fucking piers. The humpbacks. They're chasing whatever fish. Look, it's fucking unarguable. My work, my grassroots work at Monterey Bay, at Cannery Row, right standing at Cannery Row. Right as I walk up, you can't make this up. The brand new statue of Doc Ricketts and Steinbeck. There's a seagull shitting on Steinbeck's head right there. 5 minutes after I shoot that video and walk up, there's a beautiful old marine biologist. I walk into the Monterey Aquarium. I walk through, and I'm looking at their simulated fucking tide pool. And she's like, Kevin. I look up, and she's waiting for you. I want to talk to you. Her husband. She's a retired old famous environmentalist from California. Very passionate, beautiful woman. Really old. We take our little boat out, me and my husband, and we keep track of the grays every year on the migration. She's, I got to tell you, I'm blown away. We've been doing it our whole lives. I'm like, what? She says, the grays are giving birth here in Monterey Bay at Carmel, freaking out on the Elkhorn. I'm like, oh my God. No. She says, yeah, I mean, they give birth in New Mexico. The other Monterey, even further down than that. I'm like, they're starving. They can't make it. She says, yeah, I've never seen anything like it. We've been watching it. So this year, the humpbacks, which, you know how grand that is, it's a major freaking tourism attraction. Come to Hawaii over Christmas season and watch the humpbacks freaking mate and give birth. Humpbacks didn't make it this year. First time ever. They said there was a few of them 3 miles out, which is undocumented. You know, that's just a freaking tour guide freaking selling boats. They didn't make it. They did not make it. They're inebriated. Oh, radiation can't kill well when they carved that freaking Fukushima on the well in the UK, which was great activism. No, they're starving to death. You don't think Fukushima pouring into the Pacific Ocean. So, the early days of Fukushima, as I reported, the wind was blowing out. Remember Satya Gupta and Anderson Cooper were there reporting. They got this Jim Walsh character on CNN, you know, and he's, lying, postured, grooming, like they're all paid to do, and they're all trained to do like regurgitating ghosts. The PR firms are so big, these things are written long before accidents even happen. The playbook was set with Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Chernobyl, fucking Mayak on fucking Santa Susana, fucking Rocky fucking Flats, and without a fucking test site, I won't stop there. The playbook is gilded in gold is cast in concrete. And all these fuckers ask me Kukako. He says, I got a fucking fellowship to go to fucking Cal Berkeley, become fucking the astrophysicist. He goes there, and, you know, then they tell him, you're working at Livermore. Don't ask fucking Dr. Murray. Fucking, they don't ask, they tell. He says, I'm not working there. They threaten to kill him. That's how it plays. You're their fucking puppet. And we pay you a lot to be your fucking bitch. Fucking John Holdren, Han Balco. These are fucking mad, man. These are the greatest killers in human history. These fuckers make fucking Adolf Hitler's fucking SS goons look like fucking church mice. This is fucking Genghis Khan church mice. These are the biggest mass murderers in history. All the marine biologists, all the PR firms, all the media, the blocking media that played along, and then all the marine biologists said on their hands the inaction was the action. They're mass murderers. It's that fucking simple. This is the greatest event in human history. The Great Pacific Genocide. Hypothesized by, I was working on a PhD when I got sick. I got blackballed. They even stripped my I had the first MBA from that university ever. Dr. Cooley died. You know, traded. They stripped my MBA. They're fucking trying to play a game on my undergraduate degree now because you got to realize, this Utah Construction, this General Electric guy did all the work in the belly of the beast. That's the university. You know, I have a lot of political cover still there, half and half. But these fuckers, they're going after me. Because I tell the fucking truth. War profiteers from hell. This fucking collapse is epic. You're talking the Pacific Ocean. The greatest ecosystem on this great planet is the Pacific Ocean. You know, what's Pacific? Isn't that a Latin word for calm? She's been pretty calm, huh? Why she's being murdered? Well, I got a hunch she's not going to be calm for too much longer. Sending off for Diablo Canyon. Tick-tock, tick-tock. So, back to the hearings in Capistrano, the 22nd. It's going to be a very important event because of Gary went out. Mark Gary's fantastic, by the way, and so is Maria. They're fantastic. Donnie Young, Donna Gilmore, Ace Hoffman, all of them are fantastic. You know, they stay at them. Those two Donnas are incredible. You know, they spend their own money. They do. They're fantastic activists. Amazing. You know, there's a small group, handful down there that fights their ass off. I've been battling these fuckers since 1968. So they try to dance around. They call it what they're going to do with the spent fuel. They're having hearings around now. So of what to do with the fucking waste. So the DOE comes right out and says, Department of Energy, who's running this whole Department of Energy, the mass murders. Ernest Moxley Fuel, you know, Gina McCarthy, head of the EPA, fucking Lisa Jackson, fucking all of them. Fuck, how about Secretary Chu, him and fucking Obama flown out. These fucking mass murdering fucking evil bastards. So they say the least of the bad options is to bury it in a fucking hole. Now, Finland, you know, one activist in Helsinki. I hope you get to Helsinki this year too. I want to meet him. One activist shut that fucking reactor down. So that moved back in. They're trying to fucking up a new one again. They don't quit. These fuckers won't stop because there's no one to stop them. Because Jerry Brown, even when we catch these fuckers looting the California for $3 billion, we catch them red-handed in Poland. Fucking Kamala Harris raids their fucking house. She's the Attorney General. Raids their house. She says in her own words, we got a treasure trove. We got more than we even bargained for. So why are you raiding their house if you're not building the case? No charges. Because now she's running for Senate. She wants to be on the winning freaking Hillary team. The freaking emails. I said from day one, again, hypothesized, they're all the fucking cover-up of Fukushima. They're all the cover-up of Fukushima. Now they come out. You're still caught up because Fox News didn't tell you that. Fox News tells you how to think. Winston, 2 plus 2 is fucking 4. 2 plus 2 is 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever we say it is. America can't think for themselves. Fox News says it's Benghazi, 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 when the greatest event in human history was the cover-up of Fukushima. Oh, Hillary didn't write those. Of course she didn't write them. Palmer wrote most of them. Yeah, Wiener Boy's wife. You know, think there's a pattern there? She's still married to him. Oh, I won't do it again, honey. I promise I won't do it again, honey. Paula Jones, freaking Jennifer Flowers, freaking Monica Lewinsky. I won't do it. Epstein Island. Look it up. You don't think Donald Trump was at Epstein Island? Bill Clinton was at Epstein Island? You know, those girls were teenagers. You know, orgies on the plane. Look it up. Look it up. He went to prison. Epstein went to prison. Again, 2 sets of rules. If that had been some freaking black pimp in Brooklyn or some freaking white freaking boy here in Utah pimping out a bunch of freaking girls, how long were they done? They would still be in. They would never come out. He did a year in Scottsdale. Look it up. Look it up. You know, this globalist fucking rats. Oh, it's all new. New, please. Please. Savage and those lunatic freaking rats were paid to fuck you. You know, go buy your guns so they can jack up the price of the fucking bullets. Go to the factory and just fucking, everything costs you. Go buy fucking silver at $47 an ounce. Worked out nice for you. Go buy fucking gold. Sell your doll at $6,500. Ha! There goes your retirement. Fuck. Can you imagine all those people that did that under the advice of Glenn Beck crying? That fucking mentally rat. You know, the Mormon Church, the CIA rats. Karl Rove, he's not from here. Mormon. BYU Law, BYU Law, BYU Law. Fucking Mike Lee. Fucking Sam Alito, his lead staffer, they're fucking ideologue lunatics. CIA rats paid. It's eligible. Glenn Beck's not from here. Karl Rove's not from here. Mitt Romney's not from here. Well, I am. You know, they're paid CIA fucking rats. You've been had. So you think about it, under their advice, you soldier, and I know because State Street's data. The average American sold their fucking doll at $7,300. The average American bought into fucking silver at fucking $38 an ounce. The average American bought into fucking gold at fucking $1,800, $1,700 an ounce. So do the math, okay? So you got $100,000 in 2008, 2009. in the market. You bailed out in 2008, 2009. You know, you can look up Kevin Blanch's weighted wealth matrix. You know, I was a derivative arbitrage specialist. I can do the Delta formula in my fucking head. Last letter recommendation from the legendary finance professor Clyde Cooley. His protege. Taught the fucking classes when he died of mad cow. Fuck went in there. Did all this fucking incredible work. Carl Madsen fucking dead. You know. Try me. You know. Look it up in my book. So, $100,000. You sold out. You sold for, let's say, well, we'll just use a nice even round figure. Say you sold at Dow 7,300, which that's the average. Mark Haynes bought him. Remember Mark Haynes on CNBC? Sit there eating Cheetos, making fun of fucking everybody. Oh, you fucking environmentalists, you nutritious. Stood up off his chair and he had little kids and his heart blew up like a fucking bomb. This is the ego. Egotistical. Yeah, give me another hamburger. Yeah, I'm good. I've watched this so many times. These fuckers, nobody thinks that their brother, their sister, their neighbor, their cousin, their fucking uncle all die of cancer. This ain't going to happen to them. I've seen it because I was head of the support group for a long time. They get fucking I mean, it breaks down every paradigm in their fucking. They just stab her. So they walk in, the doctor says, "You got cancer." Well, can I take a pill? Can I smoke something? What are you talking about? You got a fucking acute fucking cancer. You got maybe fucking 5 or 6% chance of living. How long do I have? Maybe 2 months. They come into those units and they're just because it blows all their paradigm. It can't happen to them. They don't know what the fuck to do. You know, it just blows their fuck because it can never happen to them. I hear it. I can't believe this happened. I just, what, you never thought this could happen? No, I never thought it could ever happen to me. Well, my sister died from it, and they fucking die so fast. By the time it hits you and whatever, it's over. They don't get it. I mean, it's so over the fucking top, the fucking arrogance of this fucking nightmare called Fukushima. Fucking plume out. Oh, radiation can't kill well. Radiation killed the fucking krill and the plankton. What do salmon eat? What makes their flesh pink? Same thing the whales eat. You know, the krill, the plankton. Do you know how thin layer and how delicate that fucking ecological balance? Now, Ed Ricketts is the first one that tied this all together, right? Right? That's what he did. There was no term called ecology until Doc Ricketts. He's the guy that came up with that term, ecology. He's the guy that came in and says the very teeny piece of fucking krill is the exact part of the sea as the fucking, 600 fucking thousand fucking pound whale. They're the same thing. That was his win. He had no PhD, but he had Steinbeck. They went on the Sea of Cortez and documented it. The tide. He wrote between two tides. Finally, somebody fucking recognized Steinbeck's work, but they were ecologists. They were down there fucking ranting and raving, carrying on, watching the fucking slavery in the fishing industry. You read those fucking rants out of fucking Cannery Row, they're beyond brilliant. He calls out every single race by the slang word. Boom, 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 the whistle blows, they come out, blah, blah, and then they scatter like freaking ants back into their thing. The cheap hookers, everything that goes along with this fucking exportation. Where's the sardines? John Steinbeck, they're all in a can. The collapse. But they had a chance to come back. By the way, Monterey Bay has done an incredible job with the aquarium and protecting. Monterey Bay is protected. Protected. But still, PBS is going to do it. I was down there. When PBS was working, they wouldn't even go walk. I said, I walked the whole thing. I talked to the PBS people. PBS has interviewed me 3 fucking times. Once at the San Opry fucking hearing shut down. The Jan Books paid for my trip there on 2/12/13 with the central line in me. In fucking critical condition. That historic event. I told Johnny Ray that day. I told everybody that. I told PBS that day in the interview. It's over. They're done. No, fuck. Gene Stone. Fucking everybody says, no, you're crazy, Kevin. Fucking Ace, all of them, the hardcore. You're crazy. They ain't never fucking shit. It's just they are. How do you know? Because I got the vibe inside that building. I felt it. I felt that vibe and that energy. I just knew. They're done. I knew it right then. Everybody says, you're nuts. D-Day. 3 years ago today. Right after the D-Day, the morning of D-Day. My uncle who just passed stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. That's who raised me. They come right out. I announce it to the world on my YouTube site, which I do a lot of stuff. I'm always early. That's why I was so good when I was a derivative arbitrage specialist in the day. But that doesn't matter once you get cancer, does it? All your money can another minute buy. It doesn't matter once you get cancer, does it? You know, I talked to a guy yesterday. Kevin, oh my God, I heard you fucking about your fight, blah, blah, blah. We were talking about our friend Gail, who got cancer the same time as I did over here. Incredible in shape, amazing man. He says, you know, his fight, do you know his wife still pays $500 a month? He died. And he had double insurance. I said, yeah, 10% copay. When you go through these treatments, millions and millions of dollars. So you get a freaking bill for $3 million. 10% copay, you still owe $300,000. They don't just let you walk and say, Mike Lee's brother will sue you. When Mike Lee, the buy here, pay here, freaking scam artist who never made a payment on his house got foreclosed. Why he's running? Fiscal responsible, this guy. Look it up. $600,000 he got in the bank bailout. Mike Lee got $600,000 on his house in the bank bailout. That's legal tender here on the short sale. They sue you. They go after you. Don't pay a medical bill here in Utah and see. They will put you in prison. You don't think so? Look it up. Right here in Brigham City, this guy, I know this guy. His mom and dad were killed out here on I-15, which happens daily on this fucking rat race. They were killed. He was distraught. He had a heart attack. He's younger than me. He got an ambulance ride. He never paid the ambulance bill. They picked him up for not paying the ambulance bill. They got a judgment against him. That's what these fucking rats Mike Lee's brother does. Donald Trump says he wants to name him as the fucking new Supreme Court. Oh, my God, these ideologue freaks. They throw him in a fucking holding cell for 2 days in Brigham City in the jail. Look it up, and this just happened a few months ago. Dead. Debtor's prison? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at it. I mean, this is the ideologues. Yet the welfare mooch for millions of these corporate welfare farmers who live next to me, Puck County Commissioner named fucking Gibson's. Welfare mooch $10 million. All cheating, all looting, just like Mike Lee. They're friends with Mike Lee. They're all fucking corrupt. But yet, oh my God, there's some fuckers on food stamps. We need to cut $9. Look at that Bundy racist fucker down there. And I told everybody, don't you dare go stand down there on I-15 with them. I warned people. I know people that went. I warned them right here. The last kid that was in the fucking thing, I warned that kid. Don't you go up there and throw him with those guys. So they make these fucking comments. Oh, these people would be better off, when they were slaves. What the fuck? They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. I said, they're going to get you. You cannot close down a fucking interstate. You know what kind of laws you're fucking breaking? They're going to lay in the grass and get you. You close down an interstate. But do you know they're arresting people that were down there? A lot of people. I remember the guy down there on a horse flying his fucking Marine flag. I says, "You out of your fucking mind, Marine? Fucking Semper Fi? I highly doubt he was a fucking Marine." I'm like, what the fuck? They're gonna get you. So Sean Hannity, here just shows you the fucking club. Sean Hannity's people are the ones that geeked everybody up down there. Fox News. Sean Hannity, remember, he's got Bundy's fucking big square head. She looks like a buffalo herself. She looked like one of the cattle grazing across there. And they go to her and she's crying on. She says, we won! We won! With these little baby calves are going to go back to their mama. That was her words. These little baby calves, those little baby calves at 18 months get their fucking throats slit. They're raising them so you can eat hamburgers. That's how I got kicked off Medicaid again, my work. Fucking kick the fucking grazing beef out of the energy sluice. Videos to prove all this. There's 2,000 videos that are proving all of this. Every fucking documented the greatest PhD in human history. They're going to go back to their mama. You're going to be a fucking McDonald's hamburger eating radiated fucking beef. I'm like, oh, you won. They're going to lay in the grass for you. Every single person that stood down there on that fucking freeway, you're breaking fucking laws enough to send you to prison for the rest of your life. Oh, yeah, they got fucking Bundy and fucking the old man in solitary. You can run your racism fucking mouth bullshit, against brown, blacks, fucking homosexuals anywhere. Run your fucking mouth like that. Post it in fucking private. Call Kevin Blanch a faggot. Call me fucking names. Fucking go and fucking run my name. Fucking do it right in public. Because I'll tell you what, you're not going to be in your little cocoon forever, just like he's not. So he's in a fucking penitentiary. Oh, you don't think they know? You don't think fucking convicts get access to the internet? You don't think they know? Oh, let's look at this old racist motherfucker here, huh? Yeah, good luck to you is what all I got to tell you. You fucking seen these people that run these prisons? I know Duran here in Ogden, the runs of Utah. That's a dangerous motherfucker. I grew up. These fucking guys, they have to put these people inside. They'll get killed. So why in the fuck is the camera crew and all the people, and Sean Hannity and his producers, and Sean Hannity himself, for that matter, the executives of Fox News, why are they not arrested? They arrested everybody else. They arrested this fucking kid. I know he didn't do anything. Just went up and fucking slept in that fucking, bird refuge. Let's occupy a fucking bird refuge. Yeah, there's a political stand. I said, they're going to get you dumb fuckers. I warned these guys. I know lots of these people. I know these people. Look it up, Warren Jeff. This is Warren Jeff's fucking clan. This is what Southern Utah is. Hello. They don't know any better. It's their fucking ignorance. I mean, they live in a fucking weirdo. It's like Bundy's kid. He's got a $500,000 government subsidized fucking loan, a government fucking loan. But he hates the government. We hate the government, but we work the government. You are the fucking government. I mean, it's amazing. You'll take their fucking dime. Everybody living off other people's taxes. Oh, I tell you, I don't work for the government. I work for a private contractor. Bullshit. Fucking you all work for the fucking government. You hate him, you hate him, you hate him, you hate him, hate him. But you sure fucking cash that check. I mean, fuck, it's not fucking who I am. It's what my neighbors think of. It's bullshit. How come Hanley is not arrested? I want to know. I know fucking lots of these people. I know plenty of these people. They just went down there because they wanted to participate because they're mad. Obviously, and you should be mad. They didn't do anything wrong. They went down there and fucking think, the occupying the borough was a fucking big fucking giant mistake. And I warned them all. I told them not to fucking do it. You want to make a political stand, you have to be very careful. I know lots of them. I live here. I'm an old fucking generation, fucking grew up on a fucking BLM ranch. I know the dynamic. It's like no other. It's fucking sad. My fucking grandfather's the very first person there in the fucking cemetery here. Fuck, he was a rancher before these people even know what a fucking cow was. They were organic guys. I remember my grandpa having fits when they started feedlots. When they started fucking doing it, they were freaking out. When they started milking cows more than once, twice, these guys milk them 4 times a day. Spread the shit out. Put nitrates into your water system. But that's okay. How come Hannity and his fucking crew are not arrested? You're going to arrest those other people that went down there. You're going to arrest this kid that just went in there. He went up there. He didn't do anything wrong. He got had. He got tricked by the internet. These people that were over there praying for him on the internet. Oh, Jesus said, Jesus said, Jesus said, Jesus wants you to do this. And then she says, she's got him on the phone while he's trying to negotiate with the FBI. She should be arrested. These 2 fucking lunatics with their podcast. They got him in one ear while the FBI is they almost got him killed. And then when she hangs up, oh, I got to go get a massage. She should be arrested. It's disgusting. They're interfering with a fucking FBI agent trying to negotiate with this kid to save his own fucking life. This kid didn't do anything wrong. He got had by people like that. By podcasts. By fucking radio internet. By fucking bullshit. Jesus this, Jesus that. Jesus was a brown guy, fucking poor fucking Jew who threw money changers out of the temple, who said feed the fucking poor. Slowly afflicted. Up is down. You hijacked that whole thesis. Jesus did not die so he could be rich. How come Hanley's people are not arrested? It's outrageous. These radio shows of mine are important documents, by the way. Back them up, save them, fucking use them. This is short times. So they throw this kid in prison. He ain't God only knows how long he'll sit in there. The kid's last words were, we want the new narrator. He just got had. He wanted to participate. These people want to participate. But they get had. When Hannity and Fox News are the ones that have geeked everybody up. When these fucking far-right, radical, savage fucking radio shows, fucking these people are the ones that geeked them up. Go back in history and look at the whole Bundy thing. They shut down I-15. Come on. You think anybody's going to put up with that shit? Go try it. You're not going to let you shut down a fucking interstate. This is all about the usury fucking commerce fucking clause on Balco. Fucking obey, consume. Pop isn't shut. They're not going to fuck with you. You violate fucking so many laws, it's incredible. They're going to lay in the grass and they're going to throw the key away. That's if they don't kill you. We're going to get a fucking gunfight. We saw Lavoie. That should have never happened. That fucking should have never happened. He got geeked up. He made his political stand. But what the fuck? You can't fight these guys with a gun. They'll fucking kill you. Why is Hannity not in fucking prison? Why is his people? They arrested everybody else who stood on that freeway. Why the fuck isn't he? It's outrageous. We don't need to break the law to make our political point, to make our fucking activism. People need to learn to understand that.
Fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical.